Well, hi folks, James here down at Harmony Acura, and today I'm going to show you the brand new 2017 MDX Sport Hybrid. And the Sport Hybrid is the one that we've all been waiting for various reasons, and believe me, it was worth the wait. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to notice, or you should notice, is that really, essentially nothing has changed in the styling of the vehicle whatsoever. It's still the same MDX that we all know and love and have grown to appreciate. The difference in this one here is there's a 3.5 liter V6 in the regular MDX, but in this one we have a 3.0. And this one is very silent compared to even the 3.5, and I'm just going to start that up for you and you'll understand what I'm talking about here. So there we are. That charming little 3 liter sounds like it's a 4-cylinder, but it's actually a very smooth V6, very powerful V6. Now mated to this is what we call the forward electric motor, and what that does is that assists the engine itself, especially at low speed and from the takeoff, all right? So that's the first electric engine. And then there are actually 2 more, one that's mated to each one of the rear wheels, and that has all gone through a system that we're going to break down and explain to you in just 1 minute. So there are 4 major components of the hybrid that make it into the hybrid. The first being the forward electric motor, like I mentioned, which assists the front wheels and the engine itself. Now that's also mated to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. Now in the regular MDX these days, they have a 9-speed transmission, the 7-speed dual clutch. What the dual clutch means is that as it's in one gear, it's already grabbing for the next gear. So the transition is very smooth, almost seamless. And you're going to notice when you're driving this that it's just got a whole lot of takeoff and a whole lot of, now see, it's just shut down. Now what it does is it shuts itself off when there's no load on the engine, so if you're just taking off, you're only running in electric mode, and that's what gives it great economy, and we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. The second major component we have is what we call the power drive unit, and this acts as the brain of the whole system here. Now it's located underneath the passenger compartment, and that keeps the weight low, keeps the weight distribution nice so that it has great cornering and driving capabilities. Now what this does is it receives and it interprets and it determines the power management and the strategy accordingly. Okay, so the third component now are the twin motor units, which drive the rear wheels, referred to as TMU. Acura likes to use all these acronyms, but what it does is each motor drives either the left or the right wheels independent of the engine at the front. There's no power coming from the engine. This is all done through the power drive unit, which sends information to these electric motors, and they drive the rear wheels. So when you take off from a dead stop, these are the ones that are powering you, and there's a lot of torque in these, so you get a great takeoff from a dead stop. So as you can see on the inside, everything in here is identical to the MDX Elite non-hybrid. As you can see, there are no gauges, there are no dials or anything on here special to the hybrid. Just to recap, if you look under the hood in this Sport Hybrid, what you're going to see is just going to look like any other car. There's actually no components in here that might indicate to you that it's anything other than just a regular gas vehicle. But rest assured that with all these hybrid components in here, this is a very special vehicle, and it drives in a very special way. It's extremely fast, especially off the line. It's very quiet. It has the same ride and the same luxury features that you get when you buy an MDX. The biggest difference here, and this might really appeal to people, is that you're going to get about 30 miles to the gallon in town with this, all right? And that's excellent economy. Now the gas mileage on the highway is not going to vary a great deal from that, but when you're getting that kind of economy in town, that's reason enough for you to want to at least give it a test drive. But let me tell you, when you drive one of these things and all that power goes through that 7-speed dual clutch transmission, I'll tell you, it's really a terrific way to spend an afternoon. So as we end the video here, you can see this visual difference here. We have the little hybrid badging on here, and that's the only visual difference on the outside that indicates this is a hybrid and not just a regular MDX Elite, pardon me. If you'd like to come down here and have a test drive, please do. This is Harmony Acura at 2552 Enterprise Way. Thanks very much for watching the video. Hope to see you soon.